rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come in straight.
What it is, it's your boys Deuce, Tenny, and Laquel reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good?
What's up, folks? What's up? What's up?
Another day, another dollar.
We up. Literally.
Sixth place. We up.
What y'all do now?
I mean, we winning in the half.
Sixth place. We in the playoffs.
And potentially be in fifth place. Down the Clippers losing, they were getting that ass whooped, boy.
So we on the way. We on the way.
Yeah, against the Spurs. You're supposed to win it.
We all know how that goes.
Y'all at home though, so.
No, I'm saying we all know how it goes. Teams that's supposed to win. Portland finally got eliminated. They gave up on the season.
They got their whole starting lineup up.
They've been like that shit all week.
Everybody up. Dame shut down. Simon's up. Yeah, everybody up. They whole starting lineup up.
Yeah, hell, Kevin Knox was getting starting minutes.
Yeah, he was getting buckets one night. I looked up like, hey, he got 20 something. Okay, Knox.
Yep.
All right, let's get straight into it with this MVP update.
MVP. All right, let me go and hide that right there. Let me go and share this right here. So, yeah, I know we've been talking heavy about this MVP. This MVP race. And we talked about Jokic being overtaken by Embiid. Embiid was holding it strong. And then the most recent discussion was that Embiid potentially knock himself down in the race by sitting out. So here's the verdict. The Kia Ladder report, update on MVP race. Number one is Jokic. Jokic has reclaimed the number one spot in the MVP race. You leave it up to Quell. Quell always had him. Quell had him. And it's still at number one. Teddy had him at number two. I had him at number two as well. Potentially number three. Because I think I would have put Giannis above him. But so now we see that. Then you see Joel Embiid at number two. And then at number three, you already know is Giannis. And number four, gotta be my man JT. I don't know how Luka is still number five. Oh, he not. Sabonis, okay. Number five. And then next, Luka the Don. SGA number 7. Julius Randle number 8. James Harden number 9. I don't know how James Harden is up there. Jimmy Butler number 10. I think there's other names. Devin Booker, most definitely. You can even put in there Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox. But
they should be above Luka.
Yeah, most definitely.
But they also damn near out the playoffs, so never mind.
That's true.
They need a 10 seed. Never mind. That's not disrespect.
I'm just happy to see KD not on there because it's weird. Normally, when a player get injured, give it about a week or two, they drop off. They drop drastically. KD, like 2-3 weeks ago, KD was still up in the honorable mentions, which is like weird because I'm like, he ain't did nothing. With MVP of the Suns, he ain't did nothing. So. But no, so why do y'all think Jokic has reclaimed that number one spot?
Because Embiid nutted up and didn't play.
I think was a costly business decision.
There was no known reason for him to be out that game. He ain't say why.
Because he played the next game.
Exactly. And went off.
How do you respond? Going on that 4 game, where he had triple doubles, losing 4 games back to back. How he responded and how he answered the call, and sometimes your best ability is availability. Being there, showing up every night, being in the trenches. He showed up against Giannis. He showed up in Philly. Just because y'all didn't show up, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I showed up. I came to work. So
And
yeah,
remember
that
what I said. I
matters.
said I feel like he needed to conquer those two mountains in order to be there, and he did that. Now, granted, it wasn't against Embiid, but the poll saying, "Look, we not gonna hold you because he set out. You showed up. You put in that work. You put in that work against Giannis too. So I think that's why he has it now." Now I ask you the question because now Embiid is playing. However, Jokic, he set out his second game in a row. So let's say he set out last night. So I was like, okay, he probably set out last night because they go against the Suns tonight. Nope. He sits out tonight. And then they turn around and play again Sunday. They play the Warriors on Sunday. So let's say he sit against the Warriors. He just set out 3 games.
Yeah.
If Embiid keep balling, Jokic, you potentially just took yourself. Now, granted, it ain't you versus him, but it's still production versus no production.
And I think Embiid has to be at that MVP level when the games that Jokic is out. Even like tonight, he wasn't really playing at that MVP level. The other night, he ended with 25. Jokic beat Giannis with a 30-point triple double. Went again in the next night and gave him 30 something again against, you know what I'm saying? Jokic went and played MVP basketball in his games as well. So even though Embiid is playing and still available, you still got to play high level basketball.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna take into consideration the teams are starting to wind down, get ready for the playoffs. Like they not finna. Both teams have solidified a spot in the playoffs. They not finna play all of these games the last 2 weeks. It ain't like the Mavericks trying to get a piece of the cake. They already in there. They sitting at the table. They good.
Yeah.
They finna. So the voter or the people that vote for these MVPs, I think they're gonna take that into consideration with all 3 of the top guys. So all of them solidified top 2, top 1 spot.
Yeah.
Whether they sit or not, and like you said, there was this time was to make your MVP case was them last games when they all was playing each other. Like that was your chance right
I
there.
think everybody had moments at the end of their schedule to make their case for the MVP.
Yeah.
I think if Giannis would have beat Jokic and then went and beat Boston, that's boom boom. You know,
That's
you didn't beat
your
Jokic
opportunity.
and got smacked by Boston. You're gonna be number 3. I think Embiid, you go beat Jokic. You should have played in that game. You go beat Jokic, and then you go beat whatever in the next big team to play, the Warriors or whoever. That's a big, and you have good games in those. Jokic, we knew what his 2 big.
So this is what
he climbed both
Embiid had. Embiid had the Warriors, the Suns, Jokic, Dallas. So all of those has somebody that's in that MVP conversation. You skip Toronto, but then you got the Bucks on the second. So they got the Bucks on Sunday. So that right there, that all those games combined was his testament to MVP.
MVP, yeah. So you were supposed to play in that Jokic game. You were supposed to play, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to give those MVP performances against when you play Bucks, you gotta go be the MVP.
Yeah.
Giannis if Giannis wanted to make a case, beating Jokic, beating Boston, and then on Sunday beating Embiid, that's your MVP.
That's his right there.
Yeah. So Jokic he beat both teams and he played well in those games. He showed up in his games.
Yeah. I mean, but Embiid still has people to play.
Yeah,
like
if he go give Giannis 40,
if he go give Giannis that work, it's crazy. But the other thing is, you got to consider if you look at his team, out of all the people, he has the least amount of help, and I think that's what'll potentially help him because the Nuggets run deep. May not have the best of best talent, but Michael Porter, that's great talent to have on your team. Aaron Gordon, when he playing at his highest, great talent. Jamal Murray, great talent. Then you got the bench when you got Reggie Jackson coming off the bench. They got hustling Thomas Bryant. So they have pieces. You know what I'm saying? They got Caldwell Pope. They have pieces. But when you go to the Bucks, you're like, we ain't got to talk about the Bucks. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, Jay Crowder, You get you a little something from Connaughton.
Allen.
Who? Grayson Allen,
Allen.
exactly. Joe Ingles, you put them together, you getting something. And I'm forgetting people. But when you get to the Philadelphia 76ers,
Yeah, James Harden.
James Harden, you got Tyrese Maxey,
There you go.
and then it's like
Tobias.
you could potentially mention Tobias. But Tobias only thrives when there's no Harden. Like you will have, they have games where they work together, but you will have a easier time finding games with him struggling with Harden in the game than him thriving with Harden in the game.
Yeah.
So, but I think if Embiid keeps playing, if he wins and he performs MVP games, not just regular games, I think he thrusts himself back in that number one spot and potentially stops Jokic from making history.
He gonna give I think if he let Giannis give him 40, it's gonna be bad. But if he gonna give Giannis like a 50, a career night and a win, number one team in the East.
Look,
I'm
gonna tell you right now,
PJ, they gonna be talking about that game.
Look, PJ Tucker, you don't do shit. You probably this year probably scored accumulated 8 points the entire season. You better go out there and play all 48 minutes of defense on Giannis. That's the only thing you need to do.
Yeah, everything you got. Like every ounce of everything you got. Use all 6 fouls. Like everything you got.
So
yeah. That dude got more egg gooses, boy. I just when they play each other.
Who?
On Sunday?
Embiid and Giannis? Yeah, Sunday.
So this is it right here for Embiid.
That boy PJ Tucker got more field goals taken than points scored. Let that sink in.
Hell no.
Motherfucker in the season with 500 field goals attempted with over 1,000, 2,000 points. Not PJ. PJ took 38 shots this season, 8 points. So speaking of this MVP candidacy, we can talk about what potentially put a nail in the coffin for Giannis. Hey,
back to back, bad, getting beat by Jokic.
You could tolerate getting beat by Jokic.
But then going and getting 40 ball.
They were getting 50 ball at a certain point.
Like, it ain't even the fact. Like, y'all put up, I was thinking they had like a 14-point quarter or something. Y'all put up 21. The lowest y'all put up was 21. But y'all gave up 30 damn near every 34, 41, 39, 26. And that was the bench gave y'all 26.
This the quarter that did it. That 20-point quarter. They never bounced back from there because from here, 12-point difference. And then they finally did something, but that's because that was like garbage time. So it's like, how do you go 40-8 from JT with 0 turnovers? Pretty efficient off 18 shots. Then you get, and he shot 8 for 10 from the 3. Crazy. And you get 30 from Jaylen Brown. Your team scratched in 5 blocks, 8 steals. The Bucks, 1 block, 4 steals. So it's like, what was your defense? So who are your top 2? 24 from Giannis and 13 from Chris Middleton. Y'all going into the playoffs like this?
Bro, do you know what they did the night before?
You talking about when Drew scored 50?
They had a back. This is the second game of their back-to-back. The night before this, Drew had 51, 6, and 6, and Giannis had a 30, 17 triple 30 point 17-point triple double.
Yeah.
Then the next night, this man go 11 for 27. Drew Holiday go 2 for 8.
And man, Drew Holiday scored enough points in one game for his next 3
for
games.
the next 4 games. I was in the game like, bro, you ain't even attempting more. You ain't even attempting shots. Right? But what it looked like, if you really want to know what it looked like, insert Middleton back into the lineup.
That starting lineup? But remember, we
It was
talked.
it was a lot of Middleton shots going up and missing. Not even just missing. He was making some, but it was a lot of stretches where him and Giannis were missing shots. And Drew was just passing them to the ball. He wasn't aggressive. Drew wasn't the same Drew he was the night before. The same Drew he been the whole year. This man scored 6 points. Drew been at like 15, 16, 17 points a night every night. He was literally just like when I say AD looked different when LeBron come back.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday does not look
but
like
you noticed that next game, AD took 20 shots. Then LeBron took 19. The next game, AD took 20, around 20, a little bit more than 20.
And now you see when they play, it's literally AD just ran off 14 points straight at the end of the game today. Yeah. LeBron just kept giving them the ball. It's like an emphasis on get a best player on the court the ball. Like
he is.
Bruh. With Middleton back in that lineup, it just was a little different. I'm just saying.
I mean, but look at their perimeter defense. They gave up 43 threes, and they shot over 50% from that three-point line. Make it
crazy right there.
Now the Celtics take the second most threes, and they make the second most threes in the NBA.
But the Bucks, Defensive Player of the Year candidate, Giannis be out there. Giannis is guarding JT. Giannis out there on the perimeter. You got to do something. You got to Jay Crowder. Like, y'all got to figure it out.
Bro, when you look at that game, bro.
I was watching that game. I was like, what the hell?
Bro, they couldn't stay. It looked like a circus. It was like a circus, bro. I was just looking like, bro, this does not look like the Bucks, bro.
It didn't look like the Celtics either.
They was raining on it. Like,
but
bro,
you know what I think? They probably looked at the Celtics like, this is Celtics as of late. We ain't worry about them.
Yeah.
We ain't worry about them.
Celtics came in and was hooping, bro.
From beginning to end.
Hooping, bro. And then, like, the fact that JT and JB were just going back. Gary, you take a turn.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll never let two niggas go.
Y'all
like
heard
that
what
on me, bro. Like,
y'all heard what Drew Holiday said to Marcus Smart at the end of the game?
What did he say?
He said, you ain't play Steph like this.
I'll be mad too.
All right, that's enough beating up on them. I'm happy. Damn. I'm happy that I'm happy that the St. Louis Celtics returned. Y'all ass was back in Boston doing all that fucking losing.
Bro, Boston looked like the best team in the NBA last night.
No, this is what I would say. Last night, this is the thought that crossed my mind. There's no team that I see right now that looks unbeatable. All these teams look very much beatable.
That's why we said this is the most competitive NBA season we've seen in a very long time.
I don't know if you call that competitive, but
there's nobody dominating. Ain't nobody you can go on the East and say that's 100% guarantee they coming out the East. And there's definitely nobody in the West that you can put your money on. I mean, yeah, I'm going to say the Warriors, of course, but there's nobody in the West that you can 100% say they coming out the West, they going straight to the finals. Easy.
In the East, you can slim it down to two teams. The Bucks and the Celtics. You can do that in the East. In the West, it's just.
I think right now, if we get Wiggins back, right now.
Oh, we got it.
It's over with.
We got it.
We've been hyped.
We quit giving minutes to Anthony Lamb. Get him minutes to.
I think right now that man just came back to work.
But you don't know if he's coming back, so.
And we don't know if he's not.
We know y'all not coming back.
There's a huge upside to him coming back and just win. They have not talked about. I told you. I call him Drew. I talked to Drew. He ain't had no discussions with shutting down for the season, not coming back. That was right after I talked to Molly Mama. So
when Gary Payton coming, when everybody coming all the way back?
Gary Payton been back.
Oh well, when we need who?
Hell, you should have seen him and DiVincenzo. You should have seen him and DiVincenzo running that thing up on the break, stealing the ball. They done it last few games. That's what Gary Payton
We
said.
all right. Get
I'm
Wig
like,
back. We gonna be all right.
Gary Payton was like, I'm really looking forward to building that chemistry with DiVincenzo because he does everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? He finishes like I finish. He's athletic. He's defensive minded. He shoots better than I do. But I'm looking forward to me and him being on the court at the same time. So for teams that are perimeter based, yeah, y'all gonna have trouble. Y'all gonna have trouble because you think about it, you got a Wiggins on your ass. And you turn around and get a Clay on your ass occasionally. Then you get a DiVincenzo on your ass. You like, all right, I get a break finally. Then Gary Payton come in on your ass. And then at some time you got both of them. Man.
Because if we don't get Wiggs back, Clay gonna be we gonna have to lean on DiVincenzo and Gary to guard the guards. Clay gonna have a tough running trying to stay in front of Fox. And then next series, Ja, then next series, somebody, Shea.
Right now, that's what it is.
Clay can't do that. We need Wiggins, bro. We need somebody for that.
So, speaking of that, the playoffs, y'all heard that boy Julius Randle. He out for 2 weeks. With an ankle sprain, got a left ankle injury. He'll miss at least 2 weeks, which puts him coming back right around between the 10th and the 14th of April. And we know that second week of April is when they had a play-in tournament. So he'll be coming right back, either right before the first game of the first round or right when the first game of the first round hit. So with that being said, do y'all think that
they gonna be all right because they got Brunson?
You think
that
they're gonna
boy
be good?
Put down 48 on D.
The Cavs.
He put 48 on D Mitch's head. He said, "Bow, there you go." Right there. Gave him 9 assists and 4 rebounds. Like he said,
you say they're gonna sustain without him.
You dang right.
Well, what you say?
I think they'll be all right. I think they need to learn to be all right.
So we go over what we think. We're gonna talk about what we think we know. This is who they playing. Peep game. They got the Wizards, Pacers, Pelicans, Pacers.
Stop playing. Stop playing with the boys. They are gonna be perfectly fine.
They should finish strong.
They better. I can see them potentially losing one game. I can see them at the most going 50 at the most going 50%. But I potentially see them losing one game simply because the Pelicans got something to play for.
Yeah, and the Halliburton ain't played the last 2 games. Miles Turner ain't played the last 2 games, and Buddy Hield been out the last 2 games.
So
and I know Kyle Kuzma out, or Bradley Beal.
Oh yeah,
they got an easy road.
Yeah, they done. The Wizards done.
Yeah, the Wizards they shut down.
But the Wizards, the thing is, the Wizards are just over. They're over the Pacers. So the Pacers still can make the play in, but that's dependent on the Bulls and the Raptors. So they probably gonna end up shutting it down, especially if Halliburton ain't hitting. If he ain't on, he been in and out. He gotta learn he gotta increase his durability. But I think most definitely they're sustained. So sustaining is one thing. But will Julius Randle be ready when the playoffs start?
Yes,
been sitting for 2 weeks.
Rested.
Is that really rested? Because when you on that front end of an injury, it's different when you like Steph and you out for 6 to 8 weeks prior to the
what they say
you get to a certain point to where you can work your way back into it. So I may not be out there on the court, but I'm working my way back into it. The first 2 weeks, you really trying to rest.
What they say wrong with his ankle?
Ankle injury sprain.
He walked out on his own strength for the most part.
Because it could just be a cautious move because they look at the schedule.
Like he looking at it, they're looking at it as rest, much needed rest.
Okay.
Like I feel like he not necessarily faking the injury, but go ahead, shut it down, get your rest. He's still gonna be in the gym shooting. He's probably still gonna be running full court scrimmages with the squad at practice and stuff. He's just resting and getting ready for the playoffs because they actually want to make a push this year. They're tired of going out in the first round.
Okay. So you know who they had? They had the Cleveland Cavaliers in that first round.
And if that boy just they're
gonna need him rested. They're gonna need him rested.
Yeah, I mean the Cavaliers.
It's a lot. Hey, it's a lot riding on that for D Mitch. They gonna need him rested.
It's a lot riding on that for the Knicks because the Knicks should have got D Mitch.
But they didn't. Yeah, but they. Jared Allen ain't play that game, so
You talking about tonight?
Yeah, Jared Allen out. He been out for a minute.
So yeah, defensive anchor.
For a minute.
I'm just saying, like you gonna need all your pieces.
But the Knicks won tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. If they gonna need Jared Allen back. If you paid attention to that and you watched that game, he couldn't. Evan Mobley couldn't do nothing with Mitchell Robinson. Evan Mobley couldn't move him. He was throwing Evan. I ain't never seen nobody throw Evan around like that.
I hear barbecue chicken.
I'm not even like offensive rebound whenever he wanted to. Whenever he felt like it.
Yeah, 14.
Whenever the ball went up and he wanted an offensive rebound, this man was throwing Evan Mobley around.
I know they wish they still had love.
I ain't seen that. So they gonna need Jared Allen back, or they
love
Kevin Love big body.
If Mitch was throwing you around like that, just think about what Randle finna do to you.
Yeah, they gonna need Jared Allen back. And they ain't got Kevin Love big body out there no more.
Nah. Or they gonna need to run Robin Lopez some minutes he ain't ready for.
They gonna need something because if you watch that game, that boy got it's like 4 times I seen him just on the ground. I'm like big 7-footer on the floor.
Okay. All right, so we say he gonna be ready. We think this is them being cautious, you know what I'm saying, tending to a little light work ailment, make sure he well rested. So then they get to the first round.
So weak. They schedule.
I know you wish y'all had a schedule like that.
I just wish we get a win.
On me. All right. So what we gonna do? We're gonna get into this Jamal Crawford, Molly Ma. That's my dude, Molly Ma. So JC, some of us call him JC too. So JC made a few statements on the Mavs, and pretty much what he said was Brunson leaving the Mavs over the summer was the nail in the coffin. Because that's when they lost their identity. Because you lost a winner in Jalen Brunson. You lost a player that Luka really, really respected and could play next to. You lost a player that was a great secondary complimentary piece for Luka. And somebody that can tell Luka, like, hey, get on your shit. Somebody that could be abrasive with Luka and Luka to be receptive to. So that's everything that you lost when you lost Jalen Brunson, and now y'all been lost ever since then. Haven't been able to find your way. So that's what he said. So I'm gonna open it up. Yours truly, Teddy first, and I want your take on this. How Molly Ma coming at the Mavs. You know, what's your honest take? Not that bullshit you talk about Luka getting MVP bullshit. I want your honest take.
Man, shut up.
Wow.
Wow. Luka and them it's growing pains is really what it is right now. The Mavericks gotta figure out a way to have these 2 ISO players make it work. Now it seems like we're running out of time. What I would say, what I've been saying when we first got Kyrie is get rid of this man. You're gonna get a lot for Kyrie. You can get a lot for your buck. They need to put their heads together, the people in the upper office, figure out what they need to do and move to get a solid big, a solid guy, a defender that can also put points on the board, unlike Dwight Powell, and get something for Kyrie. Get a lot. And we will try it again next year.
So to me, it sounds like you throwing this season in the trash. Not necessarily in the trash, but you throwing it to the side. But you're saying we still can benefit. We can emerge from this season as winners by capitalizing on using Kyrie as trade bait. Mm-hmm. But you know right now, you like, ain't no way in the world we get a championship this season. You accept that.
Yeah, no championship this season. We'd be lucky to get a play-in game. I will say, if we do get a play-in game, we are going to win and we are going to get into the playoffs. It don't matter which team we play.
Now, could y'all get 2 play-in? Could you win both play-in?
We're going to win. If we get into the play-in tournament, we're making it to the playoffs. You say it right here on this episode. You mark my words. If the Mavericks get into a play, and even at the 11th seed, we will win it, and we will go into the playoffs to play
All right,
whoever it is we got to play.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait and see what the playoff brackets, the playoff tree looks like. And I got a nice wager. If y'all make it into the play, and I got a nice wager. A few hundred.
So
I want to bet that.
So, but I want us to get everything we can get out of this season as far as stock for trade pieces. Look at our young guys, see who we gonna keep, who don't mind playing with Luka, and then get what we can get. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the trade. Like Spencer Dinwiddie and Michael Finley was solid pieces. I love Spencer Dinwiddie. Y'all heard it at the beginning of the season. I'm not trading Spencer Dinwiddie for nothing. And then you end up getting that Kyrie. It's like,
You should have kept that same energy with Kyrie.
I'm not mad though, because you can get even more for Kyrie as far as trade
Spencer
assets.
was there with Brunson, right?
Mm-hmm. He was
So
that third option.
Traded Brunson for Christian Woods.
Brunson didn't want to stay.
Brunson wanted to get paid.
He wanted to get it paid, and he did not want to stay.
Mark Cuban thought he only played well because it was a contract year. But the thing is that y'all miss about Brunson mainly is what he masked for y'all as a guard. See, getting the 24 to 25 points from Kyrie is great. Getting the 4 or 5 rebounds from Kyrie is great. Getting his 3 or 4 assists that he can give you is great as well. But Luka ain't gonna play no defense. Kyrie ain't playing no defense. So having a combo guard that played both ends of the floor and was a bulldog on the defensive end as well with Dorian Finney-Smith allowed Luka to reign where he didn't have to. At the guard position, Brunson could guard your best guard. And Dorian Finney-Smith can guard your best other player. So Luka had a little free reign when Brunson was there because of all the things that he was able to help at that guard position specifically. Brunson, now you got Reggie Bullock and you got Dorian, and then you can make up things on the back end when you have an undersized team because we have a Brunson that's going on one end defend, and on the other end might not give you the 30 that, but he can go get you 30. He may not every night give you, but he can go get you 25. And he can do that every night.
It's the style of play.
Like that's what I was gonna say.
Him.
You got to think the other
play.
piece
Like
Brunson played exactly. He played bully ball, so he was efficient. And by playing that style of ball, he was damn near guaranteed to get a bucket every time because it was either in the paint or at the free throw line. Mm-hmm. So the way he played, we seen him bullying D. Mitch. We seen him bullying Mikal Bridges. We seen him bullying D Book. Like he was bullying everybody that they was coming to, and he was trying to get that shit on us, but it wasn't cracking like that. You know what I'm saying? But it was tough. It was tough with them losing Brunson.
And he wants to guard the other. He's like, because of that bully the way he is. He owned you when he played defense. Yeah. Even if he is a smaller guard, he wants to play defense.
Because he's not scared of nobody.
Yeah, so on y'all team now, y'all don't have one of y'all guards. Y'all got like a four, you know what I'm saying? He a wing player, but I'm talking about that's gonna guard the point. That's gonna go guard job. You know what I'm saying?
So would you say, because I thought it was more so that he didn't want to play with Luka. Because a lot of people complain about playing with Luka. You seen Porzingis looking for his way out. Then right after that, you see Brunson looking for his way out. So although Luka might have respected Brunson, did Brunson enjoy playing with Luka?
Well, he never mentioned he didn't. He just wanted to get paid.
That's all.
He could have got paid.
He was a contract year, and Mark Cuban said he didn't want to pay him all that money because he felt like he only played that well because I don't care why you played that well. We just got to the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban just dropped the ball.
And you think that you can substitute that with 3 other players? That's like trading Draymond away and then trying to bring in 3 players to do what one player do.
Yeah.
and then it'll never be the same. Like that's the thing. It'll never be the same because one player can mask all these different areas for you. Now you can keep Kleber on the floor a little longer. You can keep certain players on the floor a little longer because you ain't got to keep subbing this player in for this and this player. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a bunch of stuff going on though. Y'all got a bunch of stuff going on.
It's literally the head office.
Like then trading away Spencer and Dorian. I don't care who you traded them away for. Like you traded away bench scoring defense.
Yeah.
You brought in a starting scorer.
I'm not, like I said, because it's the trade value. It's a name though. Like you literally you gave it away for the possibility of
that's what
next year. Because even though that Spencer and Dorian Smith is solid players, just the name Kyrie gonna give you more for what you're trying to get.
But you also got to think the name Kyrie also got less.
Because
people wasn't really hungry for Kyrie. They couldn't trade Kyrie.
Not the name Kyrie.
So you may think it gets you more.
But the fact that Kyrie could still put up 25 points, 5 and 5 with a ball, 20-second ball hog of Luka, other teams could look at that and say, if he can still give me 25, 5 and 5.
I think as long as Kyrie stay out of the tabloids.
They gonna get something. You know what I'm saying? You could get something. I didn't bring DeAndre Ayton over. I mean, we know he ain't the best center, but he better than Powell.
See, that's what
give me something. Give me Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I mean, give me somebody that can defend and shoot the three. Give me Crawford or something.
Ooh, thinking y'all got like a SGA.
I need to get Nas Reed when he get out.
I want somebody that's down low. We need some.
He said Nas Reed.
I want somebody that's that guy on offense and defense down low.
Reed, fool.
Nas
Reed.
Nas Reed.
And he stretched the floor.
Stretch the floor. Nas Reed. Go get Nas Reed, fool.
Yeah, you tripping. So, but like you were saying earlier,
go get Jakob Poeltl.
What you were saying earlier, Quill, the issue with Spencer Dinwiddie and Kyrie, you pretty much brought in a player that was giving you everything that Spencer Dinwiddie was giving you. The biggest issue is you gave up defense, and that's one thing you don't do because you got the Morris twin, but you don't use them. And he's a very usable piece. A 3-and-D player, he get out there, he ball, y'all don't use him at all. So you pretty much just got Kyrie in that trade. Mm-hmm. And now you lacking defensively because you brought in other players like Justin Holiday, but this ain't the younger Justin Holiday. This is the age Justin Holiday who trying to figure out what the hell his role is on this team.
Because you got to know, if Spencer Dinwiddie is still playing 25 minutes a night, and even if Tim Hardaway is your starter or Dorian Finney-Smith is your starter, and he's playing 25 minutes a night, he's still on that court giving you those 20-plus points in a compact time, right? Boom. You bring in Kyrie, he's playing 30 minutes a night, 33 minutes a night, 36 minutes a night. Spencer Dinwiddie was guarding his man for his 25. Dorian Finney-Smith was guarding his man for his 30-25.
But
both was combined giving.
I'm not gonna let you hold Kyrie like that. Kyrie gonna play some defense.
Listen,
I get what you're saying, but Kyrie gonna play some defense.
Kyrie gives effort.
Yes, but he's not making up for what Finney-Smith offered.
Up for guarding the best player.
Exactly.
Kyrie can guard the points. Dorian gonna guard the best player.
Facts.
Spencer gonna go out there and guard the other best guard out there.
Yeah.
Kyrie gotta guard now one of them gotta guard one of them gonna have to guard the best player. And that's where they're chicken soup right now.
And that's where we capped this thing off. I'm telling you, we came with them facts, opinions, and BS being real. Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuell, top of the key. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Get at us until next time. Peace, love, and tranquility. You feel me? We out.
You talk ready? Hope you patch shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it bad. These just my confession. They in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tug. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak